still be happy. You can do whatever you like. You don't have to be ready.
Hey cuties, and welcome back to another video. Today I'm going to share all of the 300 female full body outfits I currently have in my game with you. As always, you can find links to everything in the description down below, and I'll also make sure to link you to a playlist full of my previous CC showcase videos. There is a bunch, so whatever you're looking for, there's male CC, there's CC for females, but also for kids, toddlers and infants. So like I said, whatever you're looking for, it will be there. I've also done a full body showcase ages ago, like over 2 years ago, I believe. So we were in desperate need of an update because my CC changes all the time. There's always some things that like stay as staples that I love, especially from CC creators that I just really like because most of their things I will enjoy. So those stay in my game. But I have, before I recorded this video, I have deleted almost 400 CC items. I think it was 380, something like that, from my game. It was close to 2 gigabytes that I got rid of. I know I have an issue, okay, let's not talk about this, but I do CC videos, like CC hauls every second week, so as you can imagine, it's just a lot of stuff that collects over time, and I don't frequently go through my CC and sort out things that I don't like anymore, just because I feel like it's very boring and annoying to do. I do feel better afterwards. It kind of feels like a little spring cleaning, though it's not spring, but you know, it feels nice, feels great to get rid of things you don't need. There's also like a great variety in the full body outfit category, which is why I'm really excited to record this video and share everything with you, because there's obviously, as you can imagine, dresses and I don't know, like short and long dresses, I guess is what you would imagine, but obviously there is also swimwear and like lingerie, and then we also have some dungarees, which I love dungarees. I'm upset that they don't really suit me because I think they're so cute. I don't know, it's just, especially in the autumn time, just with a thick sweater underneath, it just looks so cute. And there's some really cute ones that we have, so stay tuned for those. There's one, oh my god, that I am obsessed with now. I kind of forgot it had that swatch. I think I might have showed it in the CC haul when I downloaded it, but I totally forgot that it has this swatch. It's like, has a white sweater and then it's long dungarees and they have a strawberry pattern on them, which is just so cute. I don't know, love everything that is like strawberry themed, so obviously I like that one. I think that is about it in this category. Obviously pajamas and stuff as well, just a huge variety. It was very fun to record this because I was like, oh, I forgot I had this in my game and I forgot I had this swatch. I also, my god, this like just the raw version of this video was about 40 minutes long. I think I had to speed it up quite a bit, so we're not here for 40 minutes because I know I mean I can talk for a long time, but I don't know how long you could listen to me for. I also totally forgot at the beginning of the video. I hope you're all doing well. How rude of me. I hope you're gonna have a nice weekend, or whichever day you're watching this on. Hope you had a great day. I also would suggest you, since the video is very long, to grab a snack, a drink, whatever you need to be comfy for that amount of time. And we'll just, you know, talk about life, relax, sit back. I mean, you can relax and sit back. I'll be talking about my life. I do hear like wow, my brain just gave me so many different options of words there that I completely just fumbled. I also do love hearing about your lives in the comments, so if you have anything to say, anything you want to share, feel free. We're all here to talk. I always find it incredible because I get into these videos and every time I'm like so intimidated by it being 20 minutes or 18 minutes or 15 or even 10 minutes. I'm like, what in the world am I going to talk about for that long? And then we get into it and I'm like having to stop myself on so many subjects because we're nearing the end and I'm like, I need to wrap this topic up. I don't know how that works. I guess I just have a lot of things to say. Okay, are they interesting? I don't know. Are they relevant? Probably not. Are they very inspiring or something? Definitely not, but I mean, we're all here. We're all doing this together. What have I been doing recently? I have watched a bit more of Love is Blind. I haven't fully caught up. I think there's new episodes out now, probably like the weddings, which I said last episode, or Did I say that in my last video when we talked about it? I can't remember, but I did say that I always skip a lot of the wedding parts because it just doesn't interest me. I also realized that like as soon as I stop watching reality TV like that, like Love is Blind, I instantly forgot all of the names, even though I'm not really like 100% on all of the names when I watch the show anyways. Like, I feel like I know the names once the show is over. That's the point where I'm like, oh, this is her name. I'm just so bad at remembering them. I don't know why. I think I just don't pay attention, honestly. I just remember them by like different things, like either by how they look or how they act, or I don't know what they've done on the show, but not by their name, which is odd, but that's that. But I realized that like after the show is over, I just completely forget about the characters in it. Like I completely forget about everyone who took part in it. If I think back, like I watched Love is Blind the UK edition a while back, like a few weeks ago, and I only remember one couple. Everything else is just blank. Like literally, how does that happen? Because I'm very invested. Like, let me tell you that when I watch it, I'm very much like, oh my god, that didn't just happen. I'm like in there like swimwear. I need to know everything. I also love the reunion shows usually. I didn't finish the UK one. I don't know why. I definitely should, because there's always a lot of drama, but I don't know, I just feel like sometimes they make it out to be more than it is, so they hype up the reunion in like the trailer and I'm like, oh my god, this is so exciting, and then nothing really happens. So expectations were high and then they were not met, which is not a good feeling. I also definitely started not watching trailers for Love is Blind. Like when you first start watching the show, I just skip that whole trailer leading into the first episode because there's so many spoilers, and I don't know why they do that, because you can, I mean, they never really show the faces of the two people, but often it's set like who's struggling, who's about to break up, who's having a huge argument, or who's dating who. I don't want to know that before I go into the show. I don't know about you guys, but I don't understand why they do that. I feel like they could maybe do it with voices, because most people won't remember the voices as much. But as soon as I see like, oh, there's a blonde, like the back of a blonde girl's head and she's talking to this guy, which is like, I don't know, bald and tall, then I will instantly know as soon as we go into the show who the two people are. And then sometimes they even show you like leading up to the wedding, where I didn't even know, you know, one of them proposed to the other, and now I already know they're going to the altar. Like, obviously I don't know if they're saying yes or no, but I feel like that's such a big spoiler. Why do they do that? Is it just me not liking that? Because I don't, I mean, maybe I'll forget again, but I feel like usually I remember, especially when there's like arguments and stuff. I just don't like it, so I started skipping those. Just because I don't want to see it. I got really excited because the first thriller series that I read, is it even thriller? I don't know. It's like it's about a pathologist and he's kind of working as a detective in the books. I don't really know why, but he just gets like a lot of different cases. It's a book series. There's, I don't know, 5 books or something. And I saw that it recently got added to Netflix. It's called Chemistry of Death. And I said to my boyfriend, I was like, I don't remember the books being very gory. Like, we can definitely watch this, because he's not very into thrillers and all of that. I think it just makes him feel depressed, and he likes to watch funnier things or more uplifting things, whilst I love all of the dark stuff. I don't know, perfect for Halloween as well. What does that say about me? Who knows? But I love all of the dark stuff. And then we got into the show, and like within the first episode, the first few minutes, you saw something pretty gory, and I was like, oh, I kind of forgot about that. I felt a little bad, but it has been a good show so far. I think it was definitely made in the UK. I don't know why I said I think. It was produced in the UK, and it's very interesting because all of the characters are super different from what I imagined them to be. And it's funny because there's like this one love interest, and she's German, which you don't find out until like later on in the show, but I noticed straight away. I feel like Germans can just tell other people who are German even if they talk English. It was just easy to tell for me, even though her English is perfect. It's just funny because I was like, I think she's German. My boyfriend was like, I think she's Swedish. And I was like, no, No, she's definitely German. And I was right. I love being right. So yeah, that was fun to watch. We still need to catch up on that. I was a bit confused because I think we're only on the third episode now. I think there's 6 in total, if I remember correctly, 6 or 7. And we're only on the third one, but it felt like the case from the first book is pretty much wrapped up at this point. Like, most of the plot twists have happened, if not all of them. I mean, I might not remember all of them correctly, but I feel like most of them have happened. So I don't understand what's going to happen in the next 3 episodes. I don't know if they're just maybe put 2 books in one season to see how it goes, and then if it picks up and people like it, they can produce more seasons. I don't know. I'm just very interested in what's going to happen next, because as I thought I remembered nothing but like the main events, but not like who done it kind of thing. I thought I forgot all about that, but as soon as we went into the first episode, I was like, oh, I remember. And that was really funny because a lot of times when I reread books, oh my god, I've recently reread a book that's called Shatter Me. I don't know why, it's a young adult thing. I don't usually read young adult, but I felt like I needed something that was like easy to read, a quick read, something that I could just like mindlessly read before bed. I was just craving that. And I apparently read the book years ago, maybe like 5 years ago, something like that. And I literally remembered nothing. I don't understand how that works. I remembered nothing. Like maybe the first few pages I was like, oh, this kind of like reminds me of, you know, not reminds me, I kind of remember like certain aspects of this, but as soon as I went fully into the book, I had no idea what was going on, to the point where I was like, did I actually read this? Like, what is going on here? But I put it on my Goodreads and I rated it, so I don't know, rated it 3 stars back then, it's 3 stars now, so that was cool. I went into the second book though with high expectations. The thing is, it's like the typical like dystopian young adult book, and the thing is that I love the world setting. Like, I'm very interested in the dystopian part, but then as with every good young adult novel, there's like a love interest and a love triangle that you can start seeing to form. And the love interest that is focused on in the first book, I just hate everything about everything. Like, every time there's a romantic scene, I just skim the pages. I'm like rolling my eyes. It's just like, oh my god, this is so dramatic. Like, I can't. And I don't know if that's just because I'm older now. Maybe when I was 19, I was eating it up and I was like, this is amazing. But oh my lord, I read it and I was like, no, this is not it. And it was so funny because I saw a YouTube video that got recommended to me the other day where a girl was like getting annoyed about a lot of book TikTokers opinions, where they're like, I only read the dialogue in books. And I was like, shoot, because like during the love scenes I definitely only read the dialogue because I just wanted it to be over with and I just didn't want to miss any like key events. So I felt personally attacked. I don't usually do this, but I mean, I have ADHD, so I do skim sometimes, and I often read pages whilst thinking about something else, and then I'm like, what just happened? So I need to go back. So that was interesting. It was interesting to see that video recommended when I just did that like the night before. I felt very, very attacked. I don't know, what do you use skim pages? Because I feel like everyone skims pages. A lot of times when there's just like, because with the love scenes there was a lot of lead up and I was like not interested. It wasn't world building, it wasn't really plot developing, it was just boring to me. And I feel like everyone has those scenes in books where they're just like, oh my god, okay, I've read enough about XYZ, I need to just skim this to make sure I'm not missing anything, but I'm not fully reading every sentence. Let me know if you do that too. I would feel a lot better if you did. And also, I have finally, this is like the most exciting thing that has happened recently, I finally got a prescription for ADHD meds. I'm probably going to start them on Sunday just because there can be some side effects as with any medication, but like apparently the first week is the one where it can be a bit rough with like headaches and stuff like that. So I had a lot of stuff to do this week with uni, and then obviously this video takes literally 2 days. I was working on this for 9 hours now, uninterrupted, literally just sat down, worked, and had like snacks in between while still working. So I was very busy this week, and I didn't want anything to mess with my capabilities. Is that, I don't know how to put it. Just didn't want anything to mess with me being able to do that work. And whilst I obviously do get distracted because ADHD and I can't always focus on things, I know what to expect. You know, I've known myself for long enough to know that I can push myself through certain scenarios and focus on them if I have to. And I didn't want to mess with that. So I'm very excited to start those. A little nervous just because I'm always nervous when I start meds. I don't know, some people just go into it like, whatever, I'll just try this, but I'm always very, very nervous. I think it's because when I was younger, I think most of my viewers are from America, so I feel like in America, meds, even for kids, are a lot more common. Like when you have a cold or something, or a cough or whatever, you just get medication from your parents. But I don't know if it's a European thing or a German thing or just a my family thing, but I literally never got any medication. The first time I got it was when I had like a stomach bug. I don't even know what we called it. What was it called? Something stomach and... I don't remember what. It's like a stomach bug that a lot of people got when they were younger, and I had that and I needed medication for it eventually, and I was literally crying taking it because it didn't taste nice. And that's like the only memory I have of my parents ever giving me any sort of medication, and then I only took it when I was older. So like literally, like not even pain meds. Like I'm so wary of medications for some reason, even though they do help. So I think that's why I'm going into it a bit like, oh, careful. And then I think Sunday is just a good day for it because, you know, I could try to do some things that I would have to focus on, but if I just need some downtime because I have a headache, I can totally do that. Also, my family is coming over again tomorrow for like we have a pen and paper going on, Dungeons and Dragons. I don't know if you know it, but it's like a fantasy role play kind of thing, but it's all in your head. And it is very exciting, though. Last time they were here, we literally spent 8 hours creating our characters and putting it into a character sheet. And I realized that I didn't properly save it to my iPad. So that's exciting because then I noticed last night and I was like, oh hell no, I have to like redo all of this. And it's so, I mean, it's easier the second time around, but there's so many complicated things because we haven't fully played a pen and paper yet, like in depth. So there was a lot to learn, a lot to read up on, and yeah, that was something. But anyways, the video is coming to an end real soon here. I hope you enjoyed it, and if you did, please don't forget to leave a like, comment and subscribe if you have not already, and I will see you all next time. Bye!